Shalom, with the real Hebrew Israelites coming in week out to prophesy the downfall of America, Esau, these heathens, two-thirds, and these other nations. Want to give all honors and praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles out there in New York of GMS and in the Akim that's pushing this truth with sincerity. I'm gonna basically I wanted to jump into prove Esau is through the seed, and I'm gonna start off with Genesis chapter 25, starting at 23. And Yahweh said unto her, two nations are in thy womb, and two manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels. So basically, let me continue reading. Shall be separated from thy bowels, and the one people shall be stronger than the other people, and the elders shall serve the younger. So two nations. So it's saying, so the Most High Yahweh Hashem Yahweh said, two nations are in thy womb. So two different people, nationalities. You know what I'm saying? Is in the womb. And two manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels. So it's going to be two different manners. They're going to be total opposites. You know what I'm saying? Two different manners, man. And the one people shall be stronger than the other people, and the elders shall serve the younger. So, verse 24. And when her days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb. And the first came out red all over like a hairy garment. So the first one came out red. You know what I'm saying? All over like a hairy garment. And they call his name Esau. You know what I'm saying? Came out red. Who's the only one on this earth, man, that don't got no melanin pigmentation in their skin? That's Esau, man. Or so-called white man. And I mean, there's no other people that can really say that. You know what I'm saying? It's only so-called white man. I mean, they hold their breath, or you hit them. You know what I'm saying? They turn bright red like an apple. If they had a red shirt on and stuff like that, you'd think that it's just him and his skin. He matches more to red than a white sheet of paper. They're not really white. You know what I'm saying? And the people of the Bible, you know what I'm saying, the Hebrew Israelites, which is so-called Negroes, Native Americans, and Latinos, are actually, you know what I'm saying, black or have some type of color to them. This is, for example, with Moses, which I'm about to get into right now. This is Exodus chapter 4, verse 6. And Yahweh said furthermore unto him, put now thy hand unto thy bosom. So Most High told Moses to put his hand in his bosom, right? And then it says, and he put his hand into his bosom, and when he took it out, behold, his hand was leprous as snow. So basically, when he took it out, you know what I'm saying, his hand was basically leprous like snow. So basically, he was his skin color was like Esau. It was leprous. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, so what color was he before? It means he was black, brown. You know what I'm saying? Then verse 7 says, and he said, put thy hand into thy bosom again. So after it looks like Esau, you know what I'm saying, the hand like leprous white or whatever. Again, he put it said in verse 7, and he said, put thy hand into thy bosom again. And he put his hand into his bosom again and plucked it out of his bosom. And behold, it was turned again as his other flesh. Meaning that his hand, when he put it in the first time, he took it out, it looked, you know what I'm saying, white and stuff like that. And then when he put it back in and took it out, it said it went back to like the rest of his flesh. So the only thing that changed was his hand. That means it went back to the normal flesh color, which is brown. Because if it was just plain like white and you put it in and take it out, it ain't no skin that changed color. But since it was brown already, you put it in, took it out, white, put it back in, or leprous, and take it out, boom, back to normal flesh color, brown. You know what I'm saying? Um, then, you know what I'm saying? And basically, this is proving that Esau, you know what I'm saying? One, he's a fucking liar and he likes to change things up, man. He want to be everybody. He want to be everybody, especially, you know, us, man. And he took our heritage, man. And no, that's not them. That's in the Bible, man. This book is not for them. And Esau is fucking red, man. This is Genesis chapter 27, verse 38. And Esau said unto his father, hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also, O my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. So basically Esau, so-called white man, was crying like a little bitch, even though he sold his birthright to Jacob, man. You know what I'm saying? And it says, verse 39, and Isaac his father answered and said unto him, behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, and the dew of the heaven from above. And thy sword, verse 40, and by thy sword shalt thou live, and shalt serve thy brother, and it shall come to pass, when thou shalt have the dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. So the only way Esau live is to just go through war. You know what I'm saying? And he ain't serving us yet, man. But he going to. But the way he live is through war. That's all he's been doing. That's real history, man. Being here in America, always in war. And Europe, always in war. Everywhere they go, it's always war. That's how they be living, man. You think they're still till they have enough? No, they want everything, man. Every fucking thing. But the thing is, you know what I'm saying? They when they serve us, man, that's when they in captivity, man. Because you reap what you sow, man. We got to pay you back double. And scriptures say, man, that they're gonna go into captivity. They got to pay for what they did, bro. So this is Revelation 13:9. If any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity, in captivity, being enslaved, slavery, shall go into captivity. So whoever, so them, which is Esau, you know what I'm saying, and these other nations, but Esau on top of the list. He that leadeth into captivity, they led us into captivity, shall go into captivity. So since they led us in captivity, they should go into they're going to go into captivity. Has it happened to them yet? No, it hasn't. This is prophecy that's going to come to pass. Then it said, he that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. So y'all dashing our babies, you know what I'm saying, against walls, feeding us as alligator bait, you know what I'm saying, hanging us from trees, you know what I'm saying, sicking dogs on us, doing all kinds of crazy shit, using us for experiments and shit like that, like guinea pigs and shit, and killing us all kinds of ways, man. It's going to happen to you, man, but double. So it says, he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. It's killed with the sword. Must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints, man. We just patiently waiting to that moment come, man. Just patiently waiting, man. This is Joel chapter 3, verse 1. For behold, in those days and that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem, so northern and southern kingdom, man. I will also gather all nations and bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat, and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land. You know what I'm saying? That and the thing is, we got scattered to all four corners of the earth, man. We scattered abroad, man. That's if I recall, James 1:1. You know, we scatter all abroad to the four corners of the earth, man. And it says, verse 3, and they have cast lots for my people and have given a boy for a harlot and sold a girl for wine that they might drink. And that proves another thing, man. That and it's in history too, man. eSAU, man, so-called white man, y'all fucking gay, man. Fucking fag baskets. You know what I'm saying? And it's you selling boys for a harlot, and you sold a girl for some wine, man. Fucking fags, man. Verse 4, yea, and what have ye to do with me, O Tyre and Zidon? Uh, you fucking Hamites, man, you Africans. And all the coast of Palestine, Ishmael. Will ye render me a recompense? And if ye recompense me swiftly and speedily, will I return your recompense upon your own head, man. So it's like you don't have nothing to do with the Most High. You Hamites, you Africans, and Ishmael. Ishmael is the ones that built the ships, man. They built the fucking ships, and then you know what I'm saying. You fucking Hamites pointed us out and gave us up. You know what I'm saying? And we got sold to the Grecians, the so-called white man. And it says, man, will ye render, in verse 4, you know what I'm saying? It said, will you render me a recompense? So will you pay the Most High back, man? If ye recompense me, so if you pay the Most High back, swiftly and speedily will I return your recompense upon your own hand. You're going to return that payback upon your own hand, your own head, man. He going to fuck you up. Just like if I had a child, you know what I'm saying, and some sons, and motherfuckers, I had a bunch of sons and motherfuckers was killing them and this and that and stuff like that. And then next thing you know, it's like, hey, I'll pay you back. No, fuck that shit, man. You gonna fucking die. You gonna suffer. You reap what you sow, man, and you motherfuckers gonna get a payback. You're gonna go into captivity. You're gonna get fucked up, double. Nobody's playing around with y'all, man. Verse 5. Because ye have taken my silver and my gold, and have carried into your temple my goodly, pleasant things. The children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have ye sold unto the Grecians, that ye might remove them far from their border. We got removed far from our border. We're in the Western Hemisphere. We're over here. And then on top of that, what other nation in the fucking world can say that shit, man? Nobody. Got removed far from their border. Everybody knows our history. Behold, I will raise them out of the place whether ye have sold them, and we return your recompense upon your own head. So the Most High, man, is going to come back for the elect, man, and 1/3, and going to pay you motherfuckers back for what y'all did all those times, man. And this is a place where you sold us, man. We're here, man. Nobody else can say that. If you don't get it, it's cool. It's not for you, man. It's only for the elect. Verse verse 8. And I will sell, and I love this scripture, man. And and I will sell your sons and your daughters into the hands of the children of Judah, and they shall sell them to the Sabaeans, to a people far off, for Yahweh has spoken it. Yahweh has spoken it, man. You're gonna sell your sons and daughters, man. Just like y'all did with us, man. It's all right. This is Luke 21 and 24. And they shall fall by the edge of the sword, and shall be led away captive into all nations. And Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles, until the times of the Gentiles be fulfilled. So we're going to be in slavery, man. And the thing is, we fell by the sword. We're in captivity now. But it's going to, and we're definitely trodden down by these other nations. But when that time be fulfilled, man, the motherfuckers going to get a goddamn fucking payback, man. Like that James Brown song, man. It's time for the big payback, man. It's gonna be that time, man. Definitely gonna be that time. I definitely can't wait, man. Can't wait because I'm tired of being in this hell, and I know other brothers feel that same way, man. This ain't living a fucking life at all. This is Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 33. Thus saith Yahweh of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together. So that's the so-called Negroes, so-called Latinos, and so-called Native Americans, man. Oppressed together. And all that took them captives held them fast. They refused to let them go. They refused to let us go, man. They refused to let us go, man. And since they refused to let us go, it's not gonna come back. It's like, all right, you gonna hold my sons and stuff captive? Got you. Now I'm coming back to fuck y'all up, man, for doing that shit. Going crazy motherfucker. They psychotic as hell, man. Think that they think they can be as the Most High, man. Think that they can go against the Most High and win. But it's all good, man. Y'all set up like that for a reason, man. Most High gonna show his power, man. Y'all gonna get fucked up. And to prove another scripture to prove that, you know what I'm saying, Esau is the rulers of this world, man. And also they wicked as hell. This Job 9:24. The earth is given to the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? Who's running this world? What nation of people is running this fucking world? You say Russian, so-called white people. Say, you know what I'm saying, the bankers, so-called white people. Rothschild, so-called white people. So-called white people. It's Esau, man. They run this fucking world. That nation of people, man. He covered the face of the judges, man. When you go into the churches, man, all you see is Caesar Borgia. You know what I'm saying? You see them. You see Caesar Borgia looking like Esau, perm blonde hair, brown hair, whatever, man. You know what I'm saying? Goatee and everything, and blue eyes, man. Knowing damn well that the Messiah do not look like that. Speaking of that, man, let's go to Revelations chapter 1. Uh, Verse 13. And in the midst of the seven candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man, clothed with a garment down to the foot. So he had a garment, you know what I'm saying, all the way down to the foot, right? And girt about the paps. So he had a girt, you know what I'm saying, around his waist, man. Basically had that on when you're ready for war. You know what I'm saying? Because when he come back, it's wartime. Girt about the paps with a golden girdle. His head and his hairs were white like wool. So every time you see in them churches, you don't have that white like wool, woolly hair, you know what I'm saying? As white as snow, and his eyes were as a flame of fire, man. You're gonna be mad. When you see a bull on cartoons with the eyes red, he's mad. Flame of fire. And his feet like unto a fine brass. Fine brass is brown. Look it up, Google it. It's always going to be fucking brown. As if they burned in a furnace, which means you take brown, you put it in the furnace, it burns, it turns darker. Dark. Alright? Dark brown. Dark. And his voice as the sound of many waters. Very, very deep voice, man. Strong, deep voice. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, where and who is he, man? And we prove to you Moses was black, you know what I'm saying? Esau, you know what I'm saying? He's red, you know what I'm saying? Definitely red. This is, let's see. This is First Maccabees chapter 1, verse 1. And it happened after that, Alexander, son of Philip the Macedonian, which is Esau, you know what I'm saying? Or Edom, who came out of the land of Shittim, had smitten Darius, king of the Persians in Medes, that he reigned in his stead, the first over Greece. In verse 2, and made many wars and won many strongholds and slew the kings of the earth, and went through to the ends of the earth and took spoils of many nations, insomuch that the earth was quiet before him, whereupon he was exalted and his heart was lifted up. And he gathered a mighty strong host and ruled over countries and nations and kings who became tributaries unto him. And after these things he fell sick and perceived that he should die. Wherefore he called his servants such as were honorable and had been brought up with him from his youth and parted his kingdom among them while he was yet alive. So Alexander, Alexander the Fag, you know what I'm saying? So Alexander reigned 12 years and then died, and his servants bare rule every one in his place. And after his death, they all put crowns upon themselves, so did their sons after them many years. And evils were multiplied in the earth. So basically, when this is like showing you how Esau came into like this full rulership to run this place. You know what I'm saying? It started with the Alexander, you know what I'm saying? What people call Alexander the Great. But he became in rulership, you know what I'm saying? And then people after him. He did it, and then there was people that was crowned after him. That was Esau. And then they say evils were multiplied in the earth, man. It's fucking evil today, man. And then on top of that, Job 9:24 said, it's given in hands to the wicked. Who's running the fucking earth, man? Same race of people. Esau. Verse 10. And there came out of them a wicked root, Antiochus, surnamed Epiphanes, son of Antiochus the king, who had been a hostage at Rome, and he reigned in the 137th year of the kingdom of the Greeks. Man, evils got multiplied in the earth, man. Starting with this Alexander dude. You know what I'm saying? Even let's see, Salakia, and Salakia means forgive me. For those that do not know. Let's see. So let's see. I'm gonna start at Malachi chapter 1. I'm gonna start at 1. The burden of the word of Yahweh to Israel by Malachi. I have loved you, saith Yahweh, yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother? Because some of y'all be thinking like, well, they was brothers and stuff like that. Saith the Lord, yet I love Jacob, which Jacob's name got changed to Israel. So that's the 12 tribes of Israel. And I hated Esau and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness. Now, it said laid his mountains and heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness. Esau, or the so-called white man, they like to call themselves Caucasians. Caucasians, where does Caucasians come from? The name comes from? It comes from the Caucasus Mountains. You know what I'm saying? Verse 4, whereas Edom said, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith Yahweh of hosts. They shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom Yahweh have indignation forever. I'm going to skip down to 14. But cursed be the deceiver which hath in his flock a male. I mean, that is going to be a flock, a nation. You know what I'm saying? And voweth and sacrifice unto Yahweh a corrupt thing. For I am a great king, saith Yahweh of hosts, and my name is dreadful among the heathens. So if his name is in the bag, or not name in the bag, if it's a poison snake in the bag, you know what I'm saying, you're not going to dreadfully put your hand in there, are you? No, you're not going to touch it. So if his name is dreadful among the heathens, are they going to be able to touch it? No. Are they going to be able to say it and stuff? No. You know what I'm saying? No. They'll say Yahweh all day. You know what I'm saying? Yahweh is not dreadful. You know what I'm saying? Yahweh is. Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai. Yeah, that's dreadful, but Yahweh, no. Heathens be saying that. Yahshua, heathens be saying that. It's other fucking names, man. I really don't care to really know about them because it's like, fuck them names, man. The only important name is Yahweh and Yahweh Shai. Yahweh is the Father, Yahweh Shai is the Son, man. Because only by one name you can be saved by, you know? Only one name. Alright. I'm going to end it with this one. This is Obadiah chapter 1 verse 1. The vision of Obadiah, thus saith Yahweh power concerning Edom, Esau, so-called white man. We have heard a rumor from Yahweh, an ambassador is sent among the heathen. Arise ye, and let us rise up against her in battle. Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen, thou art greatly despised. The pride of thine heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock. You know what I'm saying? Caucasians, Caucasus Mountains, whose habitation is high, because y'all like to be in them high skyscrapers and stuff like that, downtown especially. That saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? You think nobody could touch you, man. You think you all high and mighty. You know what I'm saying? And y'all had this quote when it comes to the army, something about the few, the proud, and whatever, man. Y'all powerful as hell. Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, our mascot is definitely the eagle. And though thou set thy nest among the stars, you know what I'm saying? Thence will I bring and the thing is, y'all have spaceships, man. Y'all have space stations and stuff like that. That's setting up your nest among the stars. Thence will I bring thee down, saith Yahweh. I want to show you this, man. So read Obadiah, man. The whole book, man. See that? With the eagle, man. Send your nest among the stars, man. So with that, I want to give all praise to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai and Shalom.